Come on, Annie. Let's go to the movies.
This is the Cinereelists episode 712. My name is Kyle.
And my name is James.
And my name is Zach.
And we're here to talk movies, movie lists, and movie obsession for the next hour or so. Happy New Year, guys.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are officially in 2026.
We are.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is true.
You guys want to hear something fun?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I knew you would. You guys are fun-loving guys.
I'm always fun on a Sunday night.
Today, I went to my grandmother's 100th birthday party.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming this is the one in Florida.
Correct.
Nice. How are things going with the 100-year-old grandma?
Great. Yeah,
Nice.
she was doing awesome. It was the American Hungarian Social Club put it on.
Oh.
And there were about 50 Hungarian Americans there, and we had Hungarian food and music, and the Hungarian consulate was there and gave an award to her
For being
Nice.
old?
her contribution to the Hungarian
That's good.
people.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of food did you have? Like, what was good?
I don't know the name of anything. There was like a Hungarian soup,
Okay.
and then a Hungarian meat, and a Hungarian dumpling, and then a cake that was very indulgent. It was like 7 layers of sponge, and you had to like cook them all separately, and then in between buttercream, and on top was like a caramelized wafer thing.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It was cool. It was legit.
Nice. 100 years. That's if any of us can be so lucky, that's for sure. 100 years is, I don't know if it's an accomplishment, but it's great.
I think it's impressive. It's my personal goal. I want to hit triple digits.
Oh, that's your
that'd be
goal?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How many people reach 100 years old?
By
Well,
percentage?
yeah. Oh, like ever? Yeah. I think we should like percentage of people born, right?
Yeah, or raw numbers, whatever you feel more comfortable answering.
I don't feel comfortable saying raw number.
I
I have no idea.
I mean, I feel comfortable saying it. I'm 100% sure it'll be wrong, but
I'm going to say 0.01%.
Okay.
I'm going to say 0.5%.
Okay. I will say one of you is very close.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I want you to put in raw numbers. I'm just curious what that equates to in your mind. So, how many people is that, James? And then Kyle, how many people is that?
Wait.
So what-
in
what
the
does that
history of
mean?
humanity, you want to know how many,
No, just
What do
of
you
the
mean,
global
how-
population.
like of the current global population,
How many
how
of
many
them are
people
100 plus?
are or will be 100 plus?
Are.
Oh, I have to do math.
I don't know how many. Can I look up the global population?
No, I'll just tell you it's 8 billion.
8 billion. Okay. I'm going to say, I don't know what the math is, so I'm just going to say something, even if it's really stupid. 50,000 people.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I think the math is 4 million on that for 0.5%.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kyle?
Okay.
right, because I said point. Wait,
0.01.
I said 0.01, so that's 8 million.
Yours
No,
would be
it's
less.
0.1,
than mine, right?
so you'd be 800,000.
800,000. That's right. Thank you.
Yeah. So according to ChatGPT, between 600 and 750,000 people worldwide are 100 or older. So that's a little
ahead,
bit less
sorry.
than 0.01%.
Oh, wow. Kyle almost got it right on the head.
Totally. Yeah. He was very, very close. If he was the
Nice.
difference between James's answer, if you subtracted James's answer from Kyle's answer, right on the money.
Nice.
I just
But
did
yeah.
some quick math, and
Okay.
0.01% of 8 billion is 80 million.
No,
So
it's not. You're getting your decimals wrong. 1% of
Oh, yes,
billion would be 80 million.
that's right. Yeah, right. I'm
Yeah.
doing my math wrong. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just for a gut check there.
Thank you, I appreciate
So it's cool. Less than 1 million people worldwide get to that milestone. So I was proud of my grandma.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
great. I
that's
wonder
very
what
impressive.
I wonder what the percentage difference is between men and women who reach 100. I know men die earlier, so I'm just curious
Yeah,
how
I'm
lopsided
sure it's more
it
often
is.
women.
Yeah.
But is it 60% women? Is it 70?
85% are women.
80.
Okay.
So Kyle, if you're
15%
going to
are men.
get there, you got a big hill to climb, the 15%.
None of my grandparents made it to 100, but my oldest living grandparent was my grandfather.
Nice.
So he did outlive everyone else.
All the others.
Yep.
Huh? I haven't had any grandparents or great grandparents, or really, I've never met anybody I'm related to that made it close to 100. Had a couple in the 90s, but none that hit that triple dig.
All right. If predictions pan out,
Uh-huh.
in the year 2070,
Mhm.
there's an estimated 5 million people who will be 100 years old.
20. Okay.
Okay.
So that's
0.1%. So
Yeah.
good luck.
Of which 15% of them are male.
no.
Yeah.
I won't be 100 in 2070.
That's right. I'm just saying you'll be
Yeah.
knocking on the door.
Yep. No, I'll be
All right.
13 years away. I won't even be in my 90s.
Okay.
Won't even be
I've
in
got
your 90s.
decades to go after 2070. Man, that makes me feel good. 2070, I won't even be in my 90s. I got another 15 years to go after that.
In 2083, 7 million people will be 100 or older. That is still far under 0.1%.
That's just because the population is going to be bigger in theory.
In theory, I guess. I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
healthcare is getting better. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the first of many geriatric topics we're going to talk about on this special age-related episode.
I have a
of Cinereelists.
hypothetical real quick
Okay.
before we move on.
Okay.
If in our lifetime it becomes possible to move your brain from one body to another, does that count as Kyle continuing to live?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Because my consciousness continues, even though my body is changed.
Okay. What if instead of going into a human body, it goes into a robot? No brain, no nothing, just his consciousness moves into a robot.
It does this. I don't know if a consciousness can go into a robot. Maybe his thoughts and memories and stuff like that could. But
Sure.
is he being downloaded to the robot, or is he like his essence being transferred to the robot?
What is
Or,
essence? Like my soul?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, like your soul. Because like is Kyle just data in his brain that if you copied it exactly in a robot, it would still be him? Or is there something more than just the raw electricity of it that would have to go as well? And I think there's something more than just the data.
So in your world, if it's just memories transferred, then he's no longer alive.
And they killed him otherwise?
I mean, his body and his brain is no longer with us, but he still has agency. He has the same personality. He'll make the same type of decisions he would have made before. Would he continue to be living at that point?
I guess
or-
I just kind of don't believe that hypothetical is possible. What I'm saying is I don't think that he could continue on as a self-identifying him
Mhm.
in his totality in the robot, and without this sense of consciousness going with him or soul or something like that.
So
Hmm.
so hypothetically, let's say they make a robot that looks like me. It's a humanoid robot. It looks like me. Okay. I die. I get downloaded into said robot. Said robot meets you. You don't know that this has happened. Do you think you would know, Zach, that like, wait, this isn't Kyle?
Yeah, I kind of think that
Okay.
wouldn't be possible.
Okay.
Like it's like not a thing.
Didn't we have this discussion already of like Yeah, if yes, James, you brought this hypothetical.
It's borderline. We had this conversation.
I feel like I have deja vu here.
We had a similar conversation about whether you can love a robot, and then we got into.
Oh, I forgot about that, James.
Then
can
we
love
got
a
into
robot.
Yeah, they got into like if it's downloaded into a body and you don't know that it's different. Yeah, okay.
Right.
We've been here before.
We don't have to go
Great.
back into that. I don't remember. Was that on Patreon or was that on a main episode?
I think that was a Patreon that we released to main episode because it was so
Oh.
ridiculous.
We released that to main. That
Yeah,
should
yeah.
be Patreon.
It was Patreon, but I think we wanted to advertise Patreon. Be like, hey, you're missing out. Can
On
you love a
this.
robot for 45 minutes over on Patreon?
I blocked out that conversation.
If we didn't release it on Patreon, and we had it on Patreon, because I'm not 100% convinced on that, we'll release it at some point.
Okay.
We have to. That was great. Welcome to episode 712 of the Cinereelists. As Kyle mentioned, we're excited you guys are joining us. We're kind of sweeping up the end of the year, getting to a couple movies that are being heavily talked about this time of year for awards consideration and top lists, and we're working our way, inching our way towards our top 20 of 2025 lists, which clearly won't be this episode or the next one, but the one after that will be our top 20 of 2025 list. That being said, right after that episode, we do our annual hangover episode where we kind of wrap up the year with a bunch of movie related lists, including one list that is given to us by the listeners, constructed via listener lists. It's our listener aggregate list. If you'd like to participate and get your favorite films from 2025 included in the list, please send us an email to heyguys@cinereelists.com by January 15th. List out your top 5 favorite of 2025, your top 10 favorite, your top 100 favorite, whatever you want to send it to us. Send it to us, heyguys@cinereelists.com. Link is in the description for that email address, and we'll get it included in the listener aggregate list for this year's hangover. We appreciate it. Also, while you're doing things for us, you might as well check out the video version of this podcast on YouTube. You could support us on Patreon. You could leave us an Apple Podcast review, 5 stars only, or just send us a general email with any comment, question, or list suggestion. heyguys@cinereelists.com. Link in the description for all of those action points as well. How was y'all's New Year?
It was nice.
Okay.
My son and I started a tradition last year. Well, I guess we did something last year. It's now a tradition. Last year we watched Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and we timed it so that way it got done with like 15 minutes left before midnight because he really wanted to stay up till midnight. So this year he was like, "What movie should we watch before midnight?" And I suggested that we watch Avengers Endgame because he and I have been watching the Avengers movies and kind of catching up. So yeah, we watched Avengers Endgame, and then really enjoyed that. It's great. And Marvel should have just called it quits after that. And then we tuned into Nashville Countdown because we're in Central Time Zone. So Nashville is where the big countdown is. And we watched the ball drop to some young country artist who I don't know anymore and went to bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
The other day I had the top 40 put in front of me for like 2025.
Sure.
And I was like, I recognize like maybe 10 artists on it.
Oh yeah. It's
Really?
Crazy how out of touch I am, or just how much
Is this the
list,
Billboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much this list I'm probably out of touch. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also think they're taking from such disparate places that are so siloed that like there's no chance I could ever keep up. It's not like I could listen. I guess I could listen to top 40 radio. That'd be the only way, I guess, to really get this, or listen to like a top 40 playlist on some streaming service or something.
I'll say I'm looking at the top 10 right now, and I recognize 9 of these 10 songs.
Okay.
But I also have a 10-year-old son who is a bit. I mean, he listens to radio, but he's a bit more aware of this. So like, we'll be in the car and he'll like ask Apple Music to play Benson Boone or Teddy Swims.
I have never heard those two names.
I've only heard
Benson
them
Boom.
again because my son has asked to play that in the car.
Wait, is Benson Boom the guy who dresses like a 70s person and jumps off pianos and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. I know who that is.
Benson Boom.
Okay. Yep.
Who was the other one? Teddy Swimmer?
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims.
Yes. I bet you if you heard this song, you would recognize. You probably have heard it maybe like on Instagram or TikTok or something. But
I
Are
can
talking
tell
about
you,
Lose Control.
yes.
if you played a Benny Boom song for me,
Benson Boone.
oh, Benson Boone.
Benny
I could not tell you it was Benson Boone.
Okay.
All I know about him is that he jumps off pianos and wears 70s clothes.
You have
surprised if you hadn't
heard,
heard
this
the
song,
song, though.
Beautiful Things, though. You
I'm
probably
sure I've heard of it.
yeah.
I just couldn't tell you it was his song.
Shabuzi's got 2 in the top 25.
Shabuzi.
Yeah. Shabuzi did a bar song. Do you remember the Jaquan song Tipsy? From like
Jaquan.
from the early 2000s?
I don't even know the name Jaquan.
Okay, well then, never mind. Zach?
Yes.
Okay. Shabuzi did a interlope of Tipsy called a bar song, and it's sort of like the melody of Tipsy, but
Nice.
yeah.
Interesting.
I remember hearing, I'm like, this is Tipsy from like when I was in college, guys. I was like, it's a good song.
Okay. Before we jump into it, Christmas is over, but there's still some gift giving to be done.
Yeah.
Kyle sent myself and Zach a gift. It arrived a little late, but at no fault of his own.
Yeah, thanks to the USPS. Appreciate the 2-week
Well,
delay on
you
that,
say-
guys.
You say no fault, but had he sent them earlier, they might have arrived on time.
I sent them on December 17th. I paid for priority mailing, so they should be there on like that Monday. Then they got lost for 2 weeks, and the post office had like the tracker just said in the system,
Right.
and then magically they appeared at your doorsteps this past week.
Yeah.
So
Regardless,
my
they
bad,
arrived.
guys. I'm sorry for trusting the postal service. Next time, I'm sending UPS.
As somebody who uses the postal service more than I want to, I understand. It is not as predictable as you'd imagine. It's crazy that Amazon is like insanely predictable, and the USPS, which has been around for hundreds of years now. Hundreds of years?
Hundreds.
Okay. Yeah. Does the post office predate the United States of America?
No.
Because it's
Okay.
the United States Post Office.
Well, I just mean like, was there some kind of mail delivery
Yeah,
service?
Of course. There's been mail delivery service for thousands of years.
But there's private things like Wells Fargo. That was, a
That's what
private
people were
delivery
using.
service. Yeah.
Gotcha,
Yes.
gotcha,
There was no
gotcha.
federal delivery service before the federal government
That makes sense.
existed.
I thought maybe there was like some kind of service that happened, and then
Remember like the Pony Express?
yeah.
Oh, the USPS was established in 1775.
A year before,
Yeah. So it does predate.
I was finally.
Hold on.
It was a question. It wasn't.
It
a
was called
statement.
the USPS.
Hold on. That was the
There's
first.
no way.
Yes, the first national. This is Wikipedia. This is not the
The
AI
first
summary.
national.
The first national postal agency in the U.S., known as the United States Post Office, was founded by the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia on July 26, 1775, at the beginning of the American Revolution. Benjamin Franklin was appointed the first Postmaster General.
Nice,
So there we go.
cool. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Predates the United States by
Predates
what?
the United States.
A year, 6 months, something like that.
Well, we declared independence in July of 1776.
So about a year.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, send me
Um,
this page, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you just go to Wikipedia and look up United States Postal Service. It's like the first sentence of history. This is not some random like dark corner of the web I found.
Okay. Regardless,
I would say the agency that we currently use was formed in 1971. So it's probably gone through some, changes over the last.
While you
200
guys
years.
talk about this, I'm opening the gift.
Okay.
I should have pre-opened it, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's got 640,000 employees as of 2024. I don't think they've updated the federal employee count for this one in the last year or so.
Somebody told me, I forget who, that the post office was like, I don't remember the number, but they have so many employees. They're like the first or second biggest employer in the United States or something like that.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you count the federal government as the largest employer in the United States?
That wasn't in the equation of whoever I was
Okay.
talking to
Interesting.
said that. Yeah. Okay. So this present's in a tube.
Yes.
So good luck guessing what it is.
It could be a fishing pole.
Oh, it's way down there. Zach got something like this too.
Yes.
I assume.
Yeah, I also got a tube. I already opened it. I didn't know we were doing on-show reveal, so I'll tell you what I got too.
Sure. Ooh. Posters. Last year, Kyle got me some posters for Firefox.
The Clint Eastwood movie. Yep.
The Clint Eastwood movie, Parenthood. And there was a third, and I'm drawing a blank.
I don't remember.
I don't remember
what it was either.
It was a good one, though, I'm sure.
It was something from the 80s, probably.
Yep. Okay. There's a bunch of posters here. Let's see. Oh, sweet. All right. This is Zach. You guess.
Yeah.
And I'll just hold it up.
Scrooged.
Yeah.
Yes, Scrooged poster. Okay, I will look at these in full, Kyle.
I totally get it. Yeah.
When we're off podcast,
Yep.
it's a little awkward. Okay, here. Go ahead, Zach.
It's the wrong color for
I'll give you
what I initially thought. I haven't seen Running Man.
This is
Okay.
not Running Man.
It's not. I can tell you just by this. So
Is
far.
this the one with the?
I'm not gonna unroll it the whole way.
Is this the one where he's a spy?
No.
Kind of.
Not
Is he?
really.
Does his wife know he's a spy?
This is not True Lies. No.
No.
Okay, True
No.
Lies.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
This is another director, eccentric
Yep.
director.
Mm-hmm. A different eccentric. This was also remade, but failed in its remake.
See, yeah, that was the first one I thought is that it was the Mars movie, but I thought that was a red cover.
Run with that.
What's the Mars movie
Yeah.
called?
It's 2 words.
It is.
It is 2 words.
And the second word is longer than the first word.
Sure, by a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Red Dawn or something like that.
It's
No.
absolutely not Red
No.
Dawn.
No,
But
no,
that
it's
is 2
something-
words,
yeah,
and one's one letter
Yes.
shorter
It's
than the other one.
4 syllables.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Well, while we wait for Zach to recall the name of that movie,
Something Rising.
let's do the What about this one?
Well, that's Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
It is Pee Wee.
Wild
These
Ride,
are
I don't
awesome,
know.
Kyle.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
No problem.
That's great. I
True.
totally can't believe Zach cannot remember the name of
No.
it.
What's so funny is I
That he-
talked about this movie like 4 days ago.
To who?
Someone buying Blu-rays for me.
Can you recall that conversation at all?
Yeah. Yeah. Intimately, word for
Okay.
word, except for 2.
And
Can you
it's just
totally
it's
recall
totally
it?
blanked out of you.
I can totally recall that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally have total recall for that conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank
Except
you.
the
Just
title.
making sure. These are awesome, Kyle. It's really, between last year and this year, an embarrassment of riches because I don't have enough wall space for all these cool posters.
In my defense, I just have like bunches lying around because I just keep buying them from my aunts or from Megan's aunts, and I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna do with all of them. So
Amazing.
I need a basement or something.
you need a basement. Yep.
Yeah.
Or
do you want to hear what I got?
Yes,
I do.
please.
Okay. I happen to just randomly have the Blu-ray of one of the movies I got a poster for next to me.
Okay.
Total coincidence because someone bought it from me and I'm selling it. So one of the posters I got was this movie. I'm going to flash it and you tell me if you can guess what it is, James, just from the flash, okay?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had
You need
my
a long
Zoom.
Oh.
No, I always cover like the bottom third of the Zoom. Hit me again. Oh. No clue what that is. Nope.
Okay, longer flash.
Yeah. This is such a dumb game. Black Hawk Down.
Yes, Black Hawk Down. So I got this poster.
Half the poster is like a big coupon for $10 off.
Yeah, that's in James' defense.
$10 off White House Down.
That's not even
Okay.
White House Down. That's Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, so this is Black Hawk Down, and then I get $10 off of White House Down.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I never thought, was that a playoff? The title was that was a playoff of this movie title, wasn't it?
No.
I don't know. I think that's just like a term of like when
Yeah.
I think it's a military term.
Okay, well, Black Hawk Down and White House Down, black, white, down. I mean, you don't think they ever thought of that?
This okay for me. This is the first time I've ever made that connection because
too.
you bring it up. So
Me too, but they put it on this, right? So someone else is connecting these movies.
I mean, unless they're the same
Absolutely.
studio or something, or they're both like, oh, they're action movies. So people who like this probably like.
I think we've discovered something that no one's realized is that they named White House Down partially because of Black Hawk Down.
Do you think
No.
White House Down is a sequel to Black Hawk Down, or like in the
I
same
think it's a
universe?
Yes, it's
Which would be
definitely
our
the same
universe, apparently, because
Yes.
it takes place in.
So it's a prophetic movie.
Okay.
Okay, so do both of you think that the title White House Down has absolutely nothing to do with the title of Black Hawk Down?
I think it has nothing to do with it.
I mean, they have something to do with it in that they're named after the same military term.
Yeah, no, not that. I'm saying like
Okay.
specifically because Black Hawk Down was named Black Hawk Down, did that play any role in the naming of White House Down?
Not
Black Hawk
in the
Down was named.
naming, in the placement of that sticker on that case, yes, I would say.
Gotcha. Okay,
But
nice. I'm gonna think more about this. I think maybe White House Down people, because it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek movie a little bit. I think
Sure.
maybe they were influenced with Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna find an
Nice.
interview. The other two posters I got Bedazzled,
oh, that's sweet.
Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley.
Mm-hmm.
Fun
it's a movie-
fact.
Yeah.
If anybody finds Bedazzled out in the world on Blu-ray, snap it up because that thing is long out of print and very expensive.
Really?
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What was the third?
The third poster is an awesome poster. It is the poster for Rocketeer.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is a sweet
Yeah.
poster.
Yeah,
Last
that's
year I
awesome.
got into Rocketeer comic books.
Mm.
They have some really good graphic novels for Rocketeer.
What and what's this? Is it in that kind of like Art Deco style?
100%.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's very much like who's the guy that did all the like Steven Spielberg movie posters and stuff?
Drew Struzan.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
very much like that kind of style,
Okay. Cool.
It might even
Awesome.
be him.
possibly.
I would not be shocked if Drew Struzan made that poster.
So it was sweet.
Nice.
So thank you, Hal.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. That's
Absolutely.
I'm
That's awesome.
getting you a $10 off coupon for White House Down.
you're not even gonna buy me White House Down. You're just gonna send me the coupon and I can
June 28th, 13.
redeem
Or
it
$5
myself.
in e-concession cash.
E-concession cash.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Hey, I don't know, e-concessions. Digital concession for your Tamagotchi.
Nice.
Oh, I could like buy a skin for something.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Definitely want more skins for my apps.
All right, one more guessing game before we get into our
Okay.
movies for this week. I told you guys last week I got a T-shirt for Christmas that was movie related, and I'd wear it on a future episode.
Okay.
And I'm wearing it right now.
Is it under your vest?
Should I
Sweater?
make you guys guess? Should I reveal it little by little?
Can you every guess you give us a less obscure hint.
What?
Wait.
Every guess.
So
give
wait, you
us
want to
a-
guess it without me showing you any of it?
Yes, absolutely. And then
No.
every single guess, you give us a better and better hint, starting with really bad hints.
I want James to zip down to the beard, and then every guess he just like parts the beard more and more.
You want him to part the beard?
Yeah.
I'm not going to part the beard,
Okay,
but
fine.
Don't ask him.
just because it's once you part the beard, it does not go back very
Ever?
easily without a comb. I'm sure ever it would, but you can't just like put your hands on it and it goes back. It always kind of has the dividing line.
If you want people to tune into the YouTube, I think you
I
got to
should
give us
part
something to
the
look at.
beard?
Part the
No.
beard.
Forget that.
Hashtag part the
Hashtag
beard.
part the beard.
Horrible. Okay, horrible hints. This is
horrible
a
bosses.
movie that like has been talked about on this podcast a lot. So the amount of times this movie has been mentioned on this podcast is very lopsided, considering. I think we all like this movie, but it's not like, you know,
Is it The Lobster?
it is The Lobster.
Wow. On the first.
Yes. That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
The
I
Lobster.
one-shotted that guess. It looks like he's giving you a hug.
Yeah.
Like a tiny
It does.
version of him is giving you a hug. That's awesome.
Well, he is giving somebody a hug.
That's awesome.
I kind of want
Anyway.
someone now. So that there's a picture that when James is doing the whole lobster thing,
Mhm.
where someone photoshopped James's head instead of Colin Farrell's head in the lobster poster. I
Yeah.
want someone to make you that shirt now too.
Okay.
Would you wear a shirt with your own face on it?
Oh man, that is a good question. Sure. Why not?
Like how much of your own face? Like we're talking like the whole shirt or just like
I mean, it really depends on the shirt, to be honest. If you
Okay.
if you made me a shirt like this in the same style, that was a joke that had my face on it, like what Kyle was describing, I would love to wear that shirt. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Also, at first glance, I don't think people would realize what they're looking at. If you had
no.
some cartoonist draw my face and like somebody, what do they call that?
Caricature?
When they spray something on a t-shirt.
yeah.
The paint spray. Remember, you
Airbrush.
would like go to airbrush. Somebody airbrushed a Looney Tunes body with a caricature of my face. I ain't wearing that. Not interested.
Oh, you would not wear a caricature of your face.
No.
All right, guys.
I'm
It has
not
to be
even wearing
photoreal.
something that's airbrushed.
But you live in Florida. I thought your whole wardrobe's airbrushed.
No.
Okay.
I don't own anything that's airbrushed.
Maybe I don't understand what airbrushing a shirt means.
It's literally what it sounds like. I'm sure like you go like down to the beach and there's like people with like stands and they have like their little airbrusher and they're making a shirt and it says like your name, but it's all with sparkles and highlights and things.
It's a very specific style of art on t-shirts. Just
Okay.
Google airbrush t-shirt. You'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen these.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
But screen
All right.
printed shirts are fine.
Yeah, for the most part. Again, I'd have to see it, but I'm not against it, I guess is the ultimate answer. Not against it, but it has to be something that I would actually want to wear, regardless of my face being on it.
Is there a
Um,
Looney Tune character you would prefer to have your face airbrushed onto if you had to choose
No,
one?
I just would not. I don't want that at all.
I could see like Elmer Fudd being the base body.
What?
What?
No.
What?
No, not Elmer
Tasmanian
Fudd.
Devil.
Oh,
No one
oh,
wants to be Elmer Fudd.
just the. Well, I'm not saying that you want to be Elmer Fudd. That's just my picture. I could take your head, plop an Elmer
James
Fudd.
is Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
James, you're not Elmer Fudd. You're Bugs Bunny, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of insulted by Elmer Fudd. but-
Yeah, that's very insulting. You should return his posters
You can send those
Um,
posters back if you
on
want.
principle. Yeah, priority mail.
Yeah,
Um,
it'll only take 3 days to 4 weeks to get here. So
I'm insulted by it, but at the same time, I can't think of a single character that like not necessarily would be better, but that I wouldn't be insulted by. You know what I mean? Like if he had said Daffy Duck, that would have been insulting too. I can't think of another
about-
character.
What about Yosemite Sam?
oh yes, that's better.
No.
James, if it makes you
Pepe
feel
Le
better,
Pew, maybe.
that's the worst one to choose.
That's
No
a very
way.
bad choice.
you
He was
chose
suave.
you chose the canceled Looney Tune.
Well, it'd be my brain and his body.
Okay.
I'm not doing the things he's doing.
No.
James,
Now,
if it makes you feel any,
could someone love you if it's your brain in his body? That's the question.
that's the. If we put James's brain in Pepe Le Pew's body, could you?
I hope
Who's-
someday, if my brain gets transferred into a robot body, somebody will love me. Regardless of whether my soul went with it or not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But what are we doing here, guys? I think we're like a good 30 minutes into this, and we've barely talked about any movies in any real way. So maybe we should jump into it. What do you guys think?
I'm ready.
All right.
Not yet.
We have 2 sports competition movies on the docket today, which is interesting because they're kind of by competing director brothers. Are they competing, would you say?
No.
These 2
absolutely
guys
not.
are competing?
No,
I don't
absolutely
think
not.
I don't think they're competing in the public forum, but I bet you there is. I mean, they're brothers, and they're doing their own thing. I bet you there's some private rivalry going on. It might be friendly, but
And also whether they consider themselves competing or not, I think the public certainly sees them as in competition
or
on
else-
some
did they-
level.
Were there movies even in theater at the same time?
No, but within months of each other.
Sure. So what's that? They're not competing for box office. So what's the competition?
I'm talking about gold here. We're talking about awards
for
on
money.
the shelf. No, awards on
Oh,
the shelf.
right.
There is definitely a competition happening here.
I think they're also
I would
competing
guess.
for like artistic
Cred.
excellence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the better director? Who's the better artist?
Right. I mean, that was always kind of the question, right? With these director teams is like,
Who does
they're
what?
great. Yeah. Like the
Yeah.
Coen brothers, like banger after banger. Then they break up. Ethan Coen releases 2 mildly received movies, let's say. It's like, okay. So does that mean that Joel Coen had all the talent?
Yeah.
And Ethan was the executor of that talent? I don't know. Who knows? Same thing here with the Safdie brothers. It's like they made 2 movies. Both were bangers, Good Time and Uncut Gems. And then they split up, made their own movies. Those movies happen to be in the same competition this year on some level. Of course, we're talking Marty Supreme and the Smashing Machine this week. We're going to start with Marty Supreme as it's the most recently released, and then we'll talk Smashing Machine. You guys ready to jump into Marty Supreme?
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to get into it right after this clip.
How you doing?
Marty, look what I got for you.
What is this?
Check it out.
What am I looking at?
Turn it over.
Manager?
Manager.
Come on, Murray.
Whatever you do, just don't tell Lloyd about
Look,
this,
I've been
okay?
very clear with you, all right? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You built something very commendable here, and
I
it's been
don't
good
want
for
to.
my soul.
Wanna,
But I don't. I'm not.
want to discuss this
Stop.
now.
Stop. Let me say something. It's been good for my soul to see this up close and
Yeah,
personal.
I don't want to.
But I'm not a shoe salesman. I'm not a shoe salesman.
Well, see, I don't want to discuss this.
No, but I do
okay?
want to discuss it now, because when I'm back from my trip, this is over. I'm not coming back here and doing this. Speaking of which, can we settle up now? I gotta buy my plane ticket.
We'll settle at closing.
I wanted to see the travel agent on my lunch break.
You'll never come back after your lunch break.
That's what you think of me?
yes.
You think I would go and I just not come
yes.
back?
I said settle at closing. Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Goodbye.
I love you.
That was Marty Supreme, a 2025 American sports comedy drama. Directed by Josh Safdie and starring Timothy Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Odessa Azion, Kevin O'Leary, Tyler Okonma, Abel Ferreira, and Fran Drescher, amongst others. The official IMDb plot synopsis for Marty Supreme is Marty Hauser, a young man with a dream no one respects, goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness. What do you guys think of Marty Supreme?
So I think when you guys mentioned this movie to me, it was either on podcast or off, but um, I was not initially excited by the idea of it. And it's mostly the Timothy Chalamet. I've gone on record before saying he's not my favorite actor in the world.
You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I think he wants it too bad. That's
What is that? You can feel the desperation in his acting.
sometimes I feel like he's trying too hard to be like the next thing, and then he went out and said, "I want to be the next De Niro and next thing." I was like, "All right, just chill out, man. Like, take a cue."
You're talking about recently. You said that, right?
I mean,
pursuing
recently,
greatness.
yeah, but I mean, like Emma Stone's also doing an awesome job. She's not out there being like, "I want to be the next Tippi Hedren or whatever." I don't know. Like, she's just doing her job.
He has said in recent interviews, in which he's been pretty arrogant in a lot of recent
Yes, he
interviews,
has. Yep.
that he was doing it on some level in character.
Well, that seems like a what character was he playing?
His character from Marty Supreme.
He was doing the rounds for Dune in the character of Marty Supreme.
No. I'm talking about recent.
No, but like a year ago when he was up for Oscar contention, he was talking about like, I want to be the next De Niro, I want to be the next big thing. So I don't think that was that recent. That was, unless he was in character at that point too.
The man's got goals.
That's fine. I don't know. It's just anyway. I don't care for him as a person. I don't know him, but
Wow.
Kyle doesn't like the ambitious.
I don't.
He's like 23, dude.
Yeah, good for him. I don't like the arrogantly ambitious. Like you got to earn it. You got to earn it.
I mean,
You don't think Timothy Chalamet has earned a little bit of arrogance?
Well, I will say, I've come around on him slightly. Dune Part 2, I saw a glimmer there. Pre-Dune, I was just like, I don't get this kid, right? But Dune Part 2, I'm like, ooh, I see a glimmer. And this movie, I think he puts on a pretty strong performance. Marty Mauser is not a likable character. And I don't know if we want to do spoilers or how much we want to kind of get into him, because a lot happens in this movie. But I mean, Marty Mauser is maybe a bit of Timothy Chalamet to the extreme of like this guy who wants greatness, right? He wants to be the next big thing. Now, this character uses people to the nth degree to get what he wants. But I was fascinated by like this narcissistic character that Timothy Chalamet was playing rather well, I must say. This movie, it starts off feeling like a Safdie Brothers movie, right? Just from like the first scene and then like the credit sequence is very Uncut Gemsy in a sense. So right away I'm like, oh, okay, I know which Safdie is responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the next half hour, it's sort of like a low key sports drama about like the guy who just wants to make it big. And then this movie goes crazy.
it does go crazy.
It goes crazy. And then it stays crazy. And I was impressed by how this movie was able to maintain like every scene just devolves into chaos. And I was watching this movie thinking about Anora. And I remember like in Anora, every scene devolves into chaos, but in like the most comedic way, which is a very serious movie, but somehow it never feels super serious. This is the exact opposite. We're like, this is about a guy who wants to become great at ping pong. And everything devolves into like the worst scenario you could think of. And I just thought that was an interesting counterpoint of like these two movies. I liked how everything just went to put. I really liked all the little like older actor cameos that were in this movie. I don't think we spoilers and list them because their names are in the credits. But like you mentioned Fran Drescher, she is in it for like a couple scenes. Sandra Bernhard pops up. Some other people are like, oh, I know that's a cool face. It's cool to see them in the movie. They have small parts.
Yeah,
but it's nice that they're being used.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was
like the guy protecting the dog.
Oh, the farmer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
that was another face. I was like, oh, I know
like
that
that
face
cameo.
right there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, going in, wasn't sure about this movie, but I left the theater pretty impressed. I do
Nice.
want to talk a little bit more about the character himself if you guys want to set that aside, but overall, like I was pretty wowed by this movie.
What'd you think about Mr. Wonderful?
Mr. Wonderful. Is that the
Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary.
Oh,
The-
okay. So I didn't the whole time I'm watching this movie because I've never watched what show is he on?
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. I've never watched Shark Tank before. So I'm watching this movie and I'm like, God, that guy looks so familiar. And I'm trying to think, is that like not Bob Odenkirk, but like is that some younger actor who's now aged up who they brought back in? And I'm Rolodexing through my head the entire time, like who could this be? Is that Tracy Letts? Like, and at the end it's Kevin O'Leary. I'm like, who's Kevin O'Leary? and I IMDb'd him like, oh, it's Shark Tank guy. So I thought he was good.
Never seen Shark Tank?
I mean, I've seen like clips on Instagram. I've never watched Shark Tank. No.
Wow.
Why would I watch Shark Tank?
It's a good
Great.
show. It's fun.
It's fun.
Well,
Good waste
it's,
of time.
I have other ways I'd rather waste my time than watching people
would-
pitch things. So.
How would you know? Um,
But yeah, I thought
Uh,
Mr. Wonderful was pretty okay.
yeah, I was actually surprised by him because I thought he played that role really well. I didn't
Yeah.
even know the man could act. I mean, it kind of plays his own character a little bit, but like he fit. Like he didn't stand out in a way that I thought that he would. And then he has this random short monologue at the end where he's like, "I was born in 1601."
Oh,
And
yes,
it's
I
like,
love that. I'm a
that was
vampire.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome. That was great. I'll go next. I liked the movie a lot. I thought it was really well done and crafted and entertaining, engaging. I loved the music. I loved the pacing. I liked all the characters. I thought they were all interesting. And maybe, I mean, it's a little bit opposite of Kyle. Timothy Chalamet's character was maybe my least favorite performance, just because it just felt like Timothy Chalamet to me. Like it
Going
didn't
hard.
sound like like a different
Yeah.
character necessarily. It seemed like him. Like I didn't feel like he was embodying someone. He was just like Timothy Chalamet being a very like eager hustler kind of guy. But that was fine. That's what I wanted from the role anyways. I didn't need him to get lost in it. But I liked every performance. Gwyneth Paltrow I thought was great, and his girlfriend was great. And I really enjoyed the story. I was totally engaged. I thought it stuck the landing. My theater clapped at the end. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, my theater was pretty full. I went on a Monday afternoon.
Okay.
And I was sitting like in the back corner because I was like, well, there's a lot of people here.
Did they clap?
They did. Yeah, people were pretty excited for it.
No clappers on James' side.
No clapping in mine. No.
But I liked how it ended. Did you guys know this is roughly based on a true story?
Yes.
I did not know that. No.
I mean, it's based on a guy who's named differently, who was a hustler who tried to bring ping pong to the United States or make it big in the United States, stuff like that. But from what I understand, the details are very different.
I would hope
Well,
so.
Because those details don't exist in our world. Like the things
Yeah.
that happened to him are crazy.
Well, essentially what I just told you is like the majority of what it carries over. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the
It's
trip to
just
Japan didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all these things did not happen.
Yeah. Oh, I loved the Japanese ping pong player. That performance was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the Japanese ping pong announcer. I don't know, just his energy, like in his play-by-play. Like
Okay.
I like ping pong. Zach, I had a table growing up. We used to play all the time.
Yeah.
But this announcer was like, "Whoa, wow, ping pong's exciting," as a viewer. So
And I will say the direction was great. And I'll give you one instance of why I thought that was key. So many movies, I think the sign of bad writing or bad direction is over exposition, right? Like, so people just clunkily explaining things to you kind of a thing. Not only did this movie not have that, right? It had really subtle, clever ways to get across the information that he needed everyone to know without it feeling clunky in any way. And here's one example that stood out to me, and I see it as just good directing. They're playing a match, and this happens at some point in the movie, and they tie. right? And if you tie at 20 points, then you have to win by 2. Okay, you can't just win by 1 point, right? That's crucial for you to know that you have to win by 2 if you don't play ping pong, because otherwise one of them's going to win 1 point and you think, wait, why didn't they win? Kind of a thing. So he has to get across to people that don't play ping pong. Now they got to win by 2, and they never say it. They never like have a character say, oh, he's got to win by 2 or anything like that. They have a guy in Japanese speaking in Japanese, and then just at some point while he says it, he holds up 2 fingers. And like that is like enough to kind of like get in your brain that like, okay, we need 2 points here, you know, kind of a thing. And I just thought that was a really subtle way to get that across without being like, you know, beating you over the head with something.
Zach, I hate to burst your bubble,
Yeah.
but they do say it.
Do they?
They do. It's quickly like they're going through the rules.
Okay.
And they do say like you must win by 2 points. But right.
Do they say it in that scene or like earlier in the movie?
I don't remember exactly. So it could have been earlier in the movie. But I do agree. At no point is it like tied and then some random character's like, oh, he has to win by 2 points to win, you know? So
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
the thing I didn't like about this movie is the terrible direction. Like the direction is just bad.
Yeah, it just lays everything out. All the stakes are laid out right in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. James, what did you think of Marty Supreme?
I liked it a lot as well. Sounds like you guys liked. I can't really tell if Kyle liked it or not. He didn't really say, but
He liked
Zach. Yeah, I think he liked it in general, despite the Chalamet of it all. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's okay. Safdie Brothers, right? I'm not saying that
you guys are making too much of this.
That Josh got all the talent, okay? Because we're going to talk about Smashing Machine. But this absolutely feels like the third movie after Good Time and Uncut Gems. Like if you had told me the brothers directed this, I wouldn't have second guessed it for a minute.
Yep, I second that.
You know what I mean? It feels like it's in that world. Like Good Time was like super kinetic, stressful, kind of a small story that takes place over 24 hours or so. Then I feel like in Uncut Gems, they got a bigger, maybe not bigger star. Pretty big. Adam Sandler's pretty big. Doesn't do dramas all that often. More intense, a little longer timeline, better in my mind than Good Times by a little. And then Marty Supreme is just more of that with like a bigger sweeping period story to it. And all of them kind of have central characters that think they know exactly what they're doing, and then constantly things don't work out for them, and then they pivot. And certain characters from their previous movies did that better than others. Marty actually does it pretty well. Like every time a plan doesn't go his way, he manages to pivot on some level, and it works out for him, even if it didn't work out the way he expected it to. Yeah. That being said, I think the casting in this was perfect. I also liked the non-traditional choice of just saying screw it on the music. Whatever inspires us, that's what we're going to needle drop. Even if it has no bearing in the time and place, despite it being a period movie. I think that could be annoying, but in this movie, it totally worked for me. Like to hear Tears for Fears play over, footage that in theory is set 4 decades before that music came out. 4 decades, maybe 3 decades. I don't know. Whatever. Decades before. Was fun, and it worked with the pace of the movie. Even though it's a period piece movie, it's so fast paced that there's just no chill to this movie. And when you think about movies that are set in this time period, they're all like not as fast paced as modern, living is normally presented in movies. Maybe not normally. There's certainly dramas that are slow that are set today, but I don't know. I really was able to get sucked into this, despite the fact that it's just like there's a ton of people in it that just pop in and pop out. Never distracted me. It was more like a happy surprise, and then they would go away so fast that like you in the movie was so fast moving that I just never got a chance to get distracted by anything. Very stressful movie considering it's about ping pong, and like the stakes are he doesn't get as famous as he wants to be. You know what I mean? That's essentially what's at stake here. That's impressive when you can make me care and you can get me invested in something that is pretty small stakes and do it with a central character that's a jerk for the most part, but not maliciously so, if that makes sense.
He gives a speech at one point explaining why he is the way he is. He
Yeah.
basically says, I have a destiny and not everyone has that. And I have a responsibility to make my destiny happen. And so I have to break the rules sometimes. And it's not something you can understand because you're a nobody, you know? And it's like, there's a certain logic to what he has to say. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
It's also very Machiavellian, though. I mean, he's pretty much saying the ends justify the means. Like,
sure.
I must get to this point, and I will do what I need to do to get there.
For sure. Although a lot of the characters in the movie have the same. I mean, his mom's the same way. His girlfriend's the same way. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I mean, this movie's full of bad characters. Not bad people. Well-written characters, but bad people. Yeah.
I didn't feel that there were that many bad people in the movie. Just normal people who have their own quirks.
Well,
like
no,
bad people hurt.
James
people,
really doesn't
you know
like
what I mean?
people calling people bad people. Remember, like
that's
you
true.
have to do really terrible things to be called a bad person. But
Yeah.
everyone in the movie does bad things. Can we say
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Sure.
And I mean, I would say most of the characters are manipulative.
Mhm.
Maybe that's a
All
better
of
term.
them.
They're all
All of
manipulative.
them are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
About the brothers split. I want to say this. I don't think the fact that this movie does feel very much of a trilogy with the other ones, I don't think what that says is that all the talent was in this brother. I think what that says is this brother was interested in this kind of movie, right?
Mhm.
And so he makes this movie on loan. It feels like the other ones because that's what he's interested in. Whereas Benny Safdie, I think his interests went elsewhere or expanded elsewhere. And so he didn't want to make another movie that was like Uncut Gems, was like, and so he went and made The Curse, and he made Smashing Machine, which are very different, like tone wise, right? But I
Mhm.
still think quality wise are still really great. I think he wanted to make a different type of thing, whereas this brother was content because they're like, I can make a really good this type of thing.
Mhm.
I will withhold my thoughts on Smashing Machine until we get to Smashing Machine. But I agree with James that this one feels like when I say it, when I think of a Safdie Brothers movie, this feels like a Safdie Brothers movie. So then it makes me wonder, when you see Uncut Gems, when you see Good Time, who's responsible for what? And I think after seeing this one now and seeing Smashing Machine, I have a really good idea of like which brother is the Safdie brother of the look.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily mean that the other brother doesn't have talent. It's just I think this way of telling a story is flashy. It doesn't have much nuance, I would say. You know what I mean? It's in your face. It's trying to stress you out. It's trying to move quickly. And that is always going to dominate any other subtlety that any of these movies are going to have.
Totally agree.
And so I think maybe one brother is more interested in this, and the other one is interested in subtleties.
Yeah.
And they can both be good. But it's interesting that we're getting to see it so well defined so early in both of these guys' careers. And we'll see if they can buck the trend. I mean, you never know. The next movie they might flop, and all of a sudden, Benny's doing the fast one, and Josh has a small budget, two-hander. Who knows what they're going to do next? But the pattern so far is that Josh was interested in this aggressive, fast-paced filmmaking, and he carried it into this third movie. I really like this movie. I don't really have a lot of bad things to say. And at the same time, I don't know. Like, I've been thinking a lot about my end of the year list, and I'm just like, is Marty Supreme the best movie I saw this year? Am I really going to think about Marty Supreme all that much as time goes on? Like, if I put it in the same sentence as like Good Time or Uncut Gems, is it as memorable, or is the third swipe at this format just a little... It's different, but it's samey as the last two. You know what I mean? And the Chalamet performance is interesting, but is it enough to like really cement itself in my brain? I don't know. These are questions I'm asking out loud.
I think Good Time I remember liking. I don't remember it a ton. Uncut Gems definitely felt in the real world. Where, you know, like I believed everyone in Uncut Gems was a real person. In fact, they even had real people, you know, play themselves. This movie feels like it takes place in a bit of a heightened reality, just because, mostly because how everything is so insane, how every situation ends in like the craziest way. So I think for me, that might be what sticks out the most, is like how far this movie pushed each scene. And how there wasn't one like, oh my goodness scene. There was half a dozen of those scenes just leaving you like, what am I watching right now?
Yeah.
Zach, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you feel that Marty Supreme was good at table tennis?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he appeared to be great at table tennis. Absolutely. And I will say it's a little unfair for me to speak on this. I am somewhat of a educated man when it comes to ping pong. I did take a class in college on table tennis.
Did you learn about Marty Supreme or Marty Bowser? No. Okay.
No, I did not.
You paid a college to take a class.
Yes, I'm a college educated table tennis player. Okay. And I've been playing since the 3rd grade. So,
James, I'm a college educated bowler.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I needed a
you
credit.
You paid a college to bowl.
Yeah.
Instead
for
of playing
credit.
A bowling alley.
Yeah, with a bowling alley, I need a
James,
credit.
You need a gym credit in most colleges to graduate. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
I'm not going to go to phys ed in college. Like, I don't have time for that.
My college did not require a gym credit, but it also wasn't a 4-year degree, so maybe
liberal arts,
maybe that's the difference.
Yeah,
all you bachelor degree people.
Bachelor of Arts, baby.
Yeah.
Music education. All right. Zach, I did notice. Did you notice too? Marty Supreme did do a trick shot between his legs.
He did. Absolutely.
So I saw that. I was like, oh, I bet you Zach will be impressed.
But he appeared to be really good at table tennis for sure.
I'm assuming they CG'd most of the table tennis.
I'm assuming that as well, although it wasn't as apparent as like in Forrest Gump, you know,
which is like
it was
30
pretty
years
good.
Ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was, yeah. To go back to King Richard. Yeah, right. King Richard. That was the movie with the tennis. That was they didn't CG that tennis. That was just those girls were playing tennis.
Yes.
So
which is why she didn't look at that caliber,
right. Yeah, because they're limited by that.
Who could? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious if they like filmed volleys and then and just cut around the mistakes, or the mistakes were like CGI'd, or if they just played with no ball and then CGI'd the ball in.
My assumption is they choreographed it, then played with no ball.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of takes to which ones would have the best, arcs, and then they use that.
I bet you like the serves and things like that were with a live ball.
Yeah, I bet Timothée Chalamet could beat any of us at table tennis, would be my guess.
I don't know. You said 3rd grade, had that table growing up.
No, I understand. I played you a number of times, and no, just like I imagine, I don't think he's method, but I'm sure he played a lot of table tennis while preparing and playing this movie. and probably had some really good advisors and has some pretty sick serves, I would imagine.
I don't know.
I did-
If he's doing interviews in character being a jerk, I think he might be method.
I did love when he met the Japanese guy for the first time and he had the spin serve and he like didn't know how to react to it at all.
Yeah.
He was like, "This we do not do this here," and so it kind of blew his mind at first. That was great because that's like the serve that in my grandparents' basement. That's like the one that we were all trying to get.
Right.
You know what I mean? We were all trying to master that ball spin serve. So are you guys good enough where you have to stand like 4 feet behind the table, or are we not that good?
I mean, I haven't played since high school.
I mean, you know, volley starts there, right? You work your way up to it.
Sure. I guess that's true.
I would say I was getting good enough where I could like control where the ball was going if I wanted to go to this corner, that corner to try and keep my opponents. But I wasn't like whamming it, so they had to back up 4 or 5 feet. It was a low ceiling in my basement, so
Yeah.
you got to be aware of that.
I was good enough to like survive most games. You know what I mean? With a close score, sometimes winning, sometimes not. But the moment I played like my uncle, who was like a serious table tennis player, it was over.
Do you put spin on the ball, James?
On the serve, I could sometimes.
Not on the serve. Just in a normal back and forth.
Not really. I'm just trying to survive once.
Okay, then I would
the
beat
serve.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach, you was sorry. As
I
a
did.
college educated.
Yeah,
I would
can
hope
you return?
so.
Can you return if someone puts top spin or side spin on it? Can you return it, or is it just going any random? Do you know how to return it?
It's been a while, but sometimes I don't know. I never played anybody who was probably good enough to just at will put top spin on things. So
Gotcha.
I couldn't tell you, I guess, because I don't think I've ever played anybody who could do that.
I kind of play Zach in
Consistently.
ping pong now.
I know, right?
Yeah, I want to play you in ping
It's
pong.
been a
too.
long time. Yeah, exactly. We gotta. But it has
You
to
got to
be.
get in the same state before that
Yeah.
happens.
It has to be
We
those
play
wooden
prostate.
paddles with like the basketball felts on or whatever. Remember those? Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not that paddle, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about the ending, but it's also a spoiler, so I'm not sure how we want to handle that. Because
Can we talk around the ending?
Yeah, what do you want to say about it?
I didn't
You didn't like the ending?
I didn't like the ending
I did.
for the character. I don't know if the character deserved that ending.
Oh,
I'm talking I'm talking like the very ending, right before credits ending.
He's a kid. Let him grow.
Okay,
Wait. You're talking post-competition ending? or you're talking about
post-competition ending.
competition
Yeah, I'm talking
Okay.
emotional ending of the movie.
Like the last 10 seconds.
Right, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little kid. Let him mature.
He's
What
a
did- what did he do
23-year-old
that was
man.
so
He's not
wrong?
a kid. What did he do? He's not a good
Yeah, his
person.
brain's not formed yet.
We can't use the whole. This is the whole like. Oh, he's a boy. He's 20. He's an adult. He's making adult decisions.
No, he's making adult decisions, but like, yeah, the man needs to grow up, and he's growing up on screen. Good for him.
Nah, I don't think that character should have had that emotional resolution.
Sometimes you just
Why?
feel-
It's not like he murdered somebody.
What's the worst thing that he did?
It's a natural progression
He did
of
some
like a young
he
person.
possibly murdered 6 people with
Yeah,
gasoline.
he did some.
We don't know.
He did some pretty terrible things. Maybe not directly, but his
Oh, wow.
his actions led to some
Did-
pretty terrible consequences.
Did 6 people die of fire? We don't know.
Oh yeah, a fire and a shootout.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I thought it was putting the very, very end aside, the competition aspect. I thought it was very fitting.
Yes,
I
agree.
loved that. Like the rest of the movie, things were not going his way, and he found a way to win, even if it was not what he wanted. He found a way.
That emotional win competition wise, I liked that because it reminded me of Whiplash in a sense. So like Whiplash, he was like, I'm going to impress this guy no matter what. I'm going to finish this concert. This is my moment right here. This is my defining moment. And like Whiplash, he has his moment. Movie ends. Love that. This movie, he has his moment, and then we get 10 more seconds to be like, oh. And I didn't need that oh at the end.
That's what people in my audience clapped for. It was that ending.
Yeah, that. Well, I started clapping after the competition. I was like, oh, nice job, love it, and then the movie kept going. So,
well, we should have gotten Benny on this movie because he would have cut that last little bit. Clearly,
yeah. I'm just saying. Have any of their movies been this long, or is this now that Benny's gone, there's no editing anymore, and Josh is like throwing all in there.
There was a lot of editing in this movie. A lot. I don't know if they edited anything out, but there was a lot of editing. That's for sure.
At 2.5 hours, this did not feel long at all, though.
No,
like this movie moves.
Not for me either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we don't necessarily have to go down the cast, but I thought everybody was perfectly cast and fit, and I never second guessed anything. Even Kevin O'Leary, of all people, like we talked about, like how anybody looked at that guy and said, yes, this is who we're hiring.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then it turned out the way it did.
He did great.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
How about Tyler, the Creator?
That too.
Yeah.
I was just
he was
like,
good.
I was just like, wow, this is actually working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even so, there's a couple of stand-up comedians and other entertainers in here too that are not known for their acting, and it was kind of impressive.
I just saw that David Mamet's in the cast list.
Yep.
And I did not pick up on that.
David Mamet.
Yeah.
The director,
David Mamet. The screenwriter.
Died.
No, you're thinking of David Lynch.
Yeah.
David Mamet is very alive. David Mamet is David Lynch was. Isaac Mizrahi's apparently in this movie too. Totally missed that he was in there.
Yep.
The designer. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty incredible cast.
Former Magic player Tracy McGrady was in the movie.
I do not know who that is.
Well, he's a former Orlando Magic NBA player. He was one of the Harlem Globetrotters in the movie.
Oh.
You never watch basketball, did you? You'd know who Tracy McGrady is.
No, I never watched basketball. I did always want to see Harlem Globetrotters when I was a kid.
Me
never
too.
Had to see them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're here. I think they're in Jacksonville right now. I could go see them right now, but instead I'm here with you guys.
Oh, if they came to Madison, now that I have adult money, I'll go see Harlem Globetrotters. Do you ask my parents to take me?
How much could it cost, really?
It's probably way more expensive than it should be.
Probably like $100.
That sounds expensive for that.
I don't even know what it is. It's like a fake game, right? They just run around and like do shenanigans and make you laugh and goof around.
I mean,
like 2 hours.
To the generals, it's not fake. It's deadly serious to the generals.
Right, but it's like basketball as wrestling. Basically.
It's entertainment. Yes, it's entertainment basketball. Exactly.
I think the Generals have won like twice. Like they've won 2 games or something.
They have. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a famous Krusty the Clown bit where he like bets on the Generals all his money. He's like, he's like, you bet on the Generals. Like their time was due.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on Marty Supreme before we letterbox this? All right. Let's letterbox it. Out of 5 stars, what are you going to give it?
I'm going to give this 4.5. Wow. And I'm not going to lie. That last 10 seconds is probably a half-star drop right there.
4 wow.
4.5.
Normally, I'm the one doing this. Did you hear 4.5 in that?
No.
Right.
No. I did not. I heard a low 4 from him.
Right. If that.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3.5.
And the fact that the last 10 seconds are keeping it from being a 5 is wild.
For sure.
He would rather Marty get shot at the end.
That would have been great.
Crazy.
Or maybe lit on fire.
I am giving this a 4-star.
Okay.
I gave it 4.5 as well.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 4s, 1 4, 2 4.5s for Marty Supreme. Let's move on to the other brother who made Smashing Machine, which is on VOD now. We're going to get into it right after this clip.
I made this for you. Love you. Do you want me to throw this out? Jane, you gonna have this?
Use the skim milk, right?
Yeah, skim milk like last week.
I switched to whole milk last
Why didn't you
week.
tell me?
I thought I
No,
told
but you
you.
gotta tell me these things. I'm gonna get it wrong if you don't tell me these things.
It's all right. I'll just make another one.
Cheers. My love.
How much banana did you put in?
Half a banana.
Half?
You changed that too? What is it now?
It's actually 1.5.
That was The Smashing Machine. The Smashing Machine, a 2025 American biographical sports drama. Written, directed, produced, and edited by Benny Safdie and starring Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, Ryan Bader, Bas Rutten, and Alexander Usyk, I think is how you say his name. The official IMDb plot synopsis for The Smashing Machine is the story of a mixed martial arts and UFC champion, Mark Kerr. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is
Why
it.
not? Very loosely, or broadly, rather. So it's been a while since I've seen The Smashing Machine. I think I saw it in September or October. So you guys might have to bring my memory back up to speed on this one. But yeah, what'd you guys think of The Smashing Machine?
I liked The Smashing Machine.
Okay.
This is like pretty much just a remake of a documentary of the same name. Have either of you seen the documentary?
I really want to.
No.
I have not.
It's kind of beat for beat almost, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought it was really good. I thought really good performance by The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
There were moments where I could forget that it's The Rock and believe it's this other guy, which is hard to do with like one of the most recognizable personalities in the world.
Yeah.
The prosthetics helped.
And the hair.
I didn't. Yeah.
The hair was doing a lot.
When he went bald, I was like, oh, okay, it's The Rock now.
You're like, who is this?
Well, no, I mean, I agree. I was more lost in the character with the prosthetics and the hair. I knew obviously I was watching The Rock, but he was more transformative. And then he shaves his head at some point in the movie. And like, okay, I've seen The Rock's bald head for like 15 years. Like at this point, no amount of like Cro-Magnon eyebrow is going to change this. So
sure. Yeah. But I enjoyed the story arc. I liked that it wasn't about steroids, you know what I mean? Which is what I assumed it was going to be about when I started seeing vials and stuff like that. It was about opiates.
Yeah.
And he was addicted to painkillers, not to like getting huge kind of a thing, which is just the story that I hadn't really seen yet. You know what I mean? Like if it was about steroids, I feel like I'd be like, okay, we're watching another one of these. I was invested in what was going to happen. I wanted to see the results of these kind of things. I liked his friendship with the guy, his like rivalry guy, Emily Blunt, who is an actress that I've kind of soured on in the past few years. Yeah, I'm not a huge Blunt head.
What?
Yeah, it's just
what turned you?
It just is what it is. I think I was really excited about her after Edge of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then ever since then, maybe Mary Poppins was the beginning of the end for me. I don't know. I don't get excited when she's involved in a project anymore, unfortunately. But
quick aside, what's your opinion on Emma Stone currently?
I'm less excited about Emma Stone lately as well.
I have a theory.
What is it?
I have a theory that redhead actresses use Sauron after time, whether they're natural redheads or not. If they were first presented to us as redheads, Julianne Moore, Emma Stone, now Emily Blunt.
You know what's interesting is I like Carrot Top a lot less than I did as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, like Chairman of the Board, amazing movie.
And
What's he done since?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I'll ruminate on that a little bit. I do like Ron Howard still. He's going strong, but he's balding.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's also a
that's part of
man.
it.
So I think there's maybe a little bit of something else going on there.
I'm not sure you've seen her in much since.
Who?
Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt, since Mary Poppins Returns.
She was in Oppenheimer.
I feel like I've seen her in things.
She was in Oppenheimer.
James, what makes you say that? Like, what are you seeing?
I'm looking at the movies that she's been in, and I'm curious to know how many of those you've actually seen.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Have you
So we're
seen
talking-
Fall Guy? Okay, go ahead, James.
A Quiet Place 2,
Hold on. What year was she in Edge of Tomorrow?
2018. Oh, the year that she
No.
was in Edge of Tomorrow was 2014, but you said since Mary Poppins Returns, so I took it from
Yeah.
that.
I think maybe that's returned.
So Edge of Tomorrow happened, then Sicario happened, then A
Yeah.
Quiet Place happened. She was on a run. I'll give you
sounds
that.
great. Absolutely. Sounds great.
Then Mary Poppins Returns happens.
Saw it.
A Quiet Place Part 2.
Haven't seen it, but I own it. But never had the desire to watch it.
Jungle Cruise.
Saw it.
The Fall Guy.
You skipped Oppenheimer. I saw Oppenheimer. I saw The Fall Guy.
That's fine. I'm just trying to name things we haven't named
I saw
yet.
If.
You saw If.
Yeah.
I don't think she
We
was.
talked about it on the podcast.
And then that's it. Pain Hustlers. Did we see that? I saw Pain Hustlers, but I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
Is that a movie or a
that's-
TV show?
So this is 6 movies now that I've seen her in
It's a movie.
Okay.
since the turn.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I can't really articulate it more than that. But let me say this though. This all this to say, her American accent is so impressive. It is incredibly. If they had an Oscar for best American accent, I would give it to her for the next 5 years based on this performance. I was
Yeah.
extremely impressed by her American accent.
I mean, just to go. Oh, Kitty. Just
Oh,
to
you
go.
didn't see him jump in front of my camera like 2 minutes ago?
I didn't.
Okay.
No, I clearly wasn't looking at the screen. But I think I disagree that she's had a slump. But
Oh, I don't think anyone would say she's. I'm not as interested in her as an actor.
also, I don't think she's released movies that you're that interested in since then. Maybe Oppenheimer, which she had a great part in that movie, but that movie has a bunch of great parts in it, and so it's hard to like think of Oppenheimer and think of Emily Blunt first. Because there's just she's surrounded by a bunch of other stuff
The
that
Emily
comes
Blunt
first.
vehicle, Oppenheimer.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Jungle Cruise, Fall Guy, If, these are like, not sticky movies, I would say. They're like, came and gone type of movies.
Right. Yeah.
And Quiet Place, which I recently rewatched, Quiet Place 2, which I recently rewatched. Definitely not as good as Quiet Place 1, but still very good. And she's probably the main character in that movie. Anyway, what were you saying?
Great American accent.
Right.
I have nothing
Yes.
bad to say about her. And there's little trivia elements to this movie that I learned that
Mhm.
impressed me. So for instance, there is a argument at the end of the movie between Kerr and his girlfriend, and they only filmed one take of it.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive. Emily Blunt, I expect, could do a one-take argument, but from The Rock?
I mean, okay, let's talk about The Rock. Clearly, it's not the only thing this Rock performance is, but it is also an awards play, right?
Oh,
we can, like, I don't think that's his only motivation for doing this, but it's definitely a side benefit, is that this has the opportunity to get that kind of attention, right?
This is his passion project.
Yeah.
And
it's like one of the only roles you could imagine a person as large as he is getting that's this meaty.
Yeah.
That's why I think he was excited about it. It's like, this is one of my only chances to actually do something different.
Right.
Right.
And on top of that, Mark Kerr is a little personalityless. And so The Rock just basically had to turn down his personality. You know what I mean? And then you kind of get Mark Kerr. That's how I felt watching it. It's like The Rock with zero riz,
without
you know
the
what I mean?
charm
He
that we're used to.
Yeah, he has no charm whatsoever. It's not that he's mean or whatever. He just is a blank canvas fighting machine for the most part. I think he has heart, but he just is so just kind of like letting life kind of wash over him for the most part. He's the most unaggressive UFC fighter I can imagine. He's just kind of fights because that's what he's good at, not because I felt any real passion from him to win, short of just wanting to win. You know what I mean? Like he didn't, that guy does not get excited about things.
But I mean, there were moments when he was fighting with Emily Blunt and he turned not violent on her, but he did become violent. And like, that was an emotional reaction. That, I mean, violence comes from a passion of some sort. It's a misguided use of that passion.
Sure.
So, I mean, he's not even keel the whole movie. He's not this high and low kind of guy either, but yeah.
He's not even keel, but he's in that moment. And that moment worked for me for sure. I think the reason why that moment worked for me is because it took so much for him to get there. Like he, over the course of the film, is like continually, things aren't working out for him either. Speaking of like Safdie themes, things are not working out for him either. Life is beating him up, literally and figuratively. Things just are not going his way. And then the person who he would hope would understand that is not understanding it. And in fact, probably making things worse. And he is extremely frustrated. I'm not justifying the actions of his character in the movie. Certainly you should never punch doors and all the other stuff that happens in this movie, throw things at people or near people. But that's not his natural state. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. His natural state is clearly not rip somebody else's head off. Well, he's a normal, nice guy who happens to be good at that in a ring. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, although I think he does say that he's a lot more mellow when he's on the opiates.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. I think the Rock performance in this movie was good. Clearly was very fitting, was in line with the character, wasn't played up. You know, the intensity of this person was not played up bigger than probably what it should have been. And also that's a perfect role for a guy like The Rock. You get to see him in a light that you've never seen him in. And also he just kind of had to be chill in the movie and turn it on a couple times. But for the most part, he got to kind of be a guy who's generally unaffected by things, like emotionally. I'm sure he was on the inside. He on the cried. Inside.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He did a good job. I'm not saying he didn't do a good job. I'm just saying it didn't have to be a big performance. And I think that's helpful when you're trying to shake an image, I guess, especially an image of a guy who like repeatedly for the last 15 years has just been cast it as bigger than life in everything he's in.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think he's trying to shake an image. I think I don't think he's like making this big career shift. I think he's just trying to expand his what he's known for.
Yeah, I mean he's got a ton of money now,
Mhm.
and it's sort of like I can now do my projects. This is something that he's passionate about.
What's
The
his net
character-
worth?
I mean, he was also passionate about Black Adam, though.
Yeah, and that completely bombed. And unfortunately, box office wise, this one didn't do great either. I don't think it did poorly, but
It's also one of those movies that doesn't have to do well.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, when you have The Rock's name on it, people expect
So, something
Some-
more,
yeah.
for sure. I think that might, not that The Rock hurt the movie, but I think people see UFC, The Rock, the title, and they were probably expecting a little more of a sports movie and less of like a sports, I don't know,
drama.
drama?
This is like a biopic
Yeah.
about an athlete, but it's not about the sport.
Right, but like Marty Supreme, not to make one-to-one comparisons, but
I think it's
how could
fair.
you Not.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme is also about a sports guy that is not mellow at all, and that movie had a ton of energy. This has its own kind of energy, but it is low key. It is curse energy, the
Yeah.
curse energy for sure. And I dug that in the curse. I dug it in this one too. I think this movie kind of is what it is, and it's constructed to reflect probably the guy it's depicting. Could you imagine like trying to shove this guy into a movie the pace of Marty Supreme? It just would not play the same, 'cause that's not who he is.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in here because
Mhm.
this where was I start with this? I've been doing jujitsu since like 2007,
Mhm.
right? And we used to like get together and we watch old Pride fights. We'd watch old UFCs. So like for me, Mark Kerr, Mark Coleman, these were household names to me as
Mhm.
guys who were at some of the forefront of mixed martial arts, right? You know, a lot of people like they know Chuck Liddell, they know BJ Penn, they know some like the early UFC guys once like Dana White took over, but I don't think that people know these forerunners to the sport,
Mhm.
and like or realize how brutal mixed martial arts used to be. I mean, I'm not saying that UFC is tame now, but there's a lot more rules in UFC now than there were 20 25 years ago, 30 years ago. So I was very excited to see that these guys, Mark Coleman, Mark Kerr, were getting their story told, for what is a very popular sport, and for guys who didn't make a ton of money or don't have that legacy with behind them. I was also excited by the fact that there was a Safdie brother attached to this, and I would say that maybe if there wasn't the Safdie name attached to this, I'd have a different opinion. But I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the performances from both the leads. I thought the fighting was filmed very well. It felt like I was watching a Pride fight. I was slightly underwhelmed by this movie, though. And I think it is the low keyness. I was probably going in expecting not a Marty Supreme, right? Because that would have been the wrong tone. This is a biopic. This isn't a fictional. I was expecting more of like maybe The Wrestler kind of tone,
Mhm.
where like we were still going to take the trials of this guy, but like just amp it up a little bit, give a little bit of that sort of Safdie, Josh Safdie, let's say now, energy to it. And this is a pretty down the nose biopic. And that's not a bad thing per se. It's told very well. Like I said, the acting is very strong in it. And maybe this is an expectation on my part, but I was looking for something a little bit more from this movie than just like, here's this guy's story. And I think this movie, I would have gotten more enjoyment out of it if it was a little bit more amped up, or if there was some way, he's on opiates. At no point does the movie have us like feel viscerally what he's feeling. Like this movie didn't through its sound design, through its action, it didn't suck me into like the moment, his concentration, his headspace. I was watching him fight. I was watching him argue. I was watching him live his life. But I wasn't like invested. I wasn't sucked into it.
Hmm.
And I think that's for me where the movie faltered from being, well, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. But what kept it from being like that step into the great side of things was it's just sort of down the nose, down the barrel for me.
Zach, rebuttal?
I mean,
This is my new thing when I don't know what to say.
Sure. Yeah. Just pit us against each other.
sure. I didn't have any expectations or concerns about what it should be going in. I just watched it for what it was. And there were several scenes that I thought were unique, maybe in a straightforward presentation of them. Like when his trainer got hurt.
And he gives him the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
He
sure.
knows he's supposed to be sober, and he knows exactly where those drugs are.
For sure. How that played out, even if it was like very conventionally shot, that was a scene type that I've never seen before. And that was an acting performance from the coach that I'd never seen before.
Who's not really an actor. Like Bas
Right.
Rutten is not an
Yeah.
actor.
That was
Right.
he was playing himself.
Yeah.
Right.
He played
He's
himself.
20 years older now, but yeah.
Yeah.
So like that kind of thing was like, this movie gave me a new thing. Now Kyle wants it to be directed similarly to, coincidentally, another wrestler movie, which I find interesting. But this movie gave me something I hadn't seen in that scene and in others. I liked that the last argument was in one take. I liked how the performances just felt authentic and genuine, and yeah. So I was cool with it.
That's how I felt about it too. It felt very authentic and genuine, and not everybody's going to love that vibe, because I think it was authentic because they did not sensationalize him at all. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like they tried to make higher highs than the reality or lower lows than reality. It just kind of felt very even keeled. And I could see how some people that wouldn't do much for them. Also, like, how much do you guys remember about Red Belt?
Oh, very well. I love Red Belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it pretty recently.
Like Red Belt, what's up with us getting UFC movies that aren't really UFC movies? You know what I mean? Isn't Red Belt, like, despite the fact that it's about one of the most violent, widely accepted sports on the planet,
Right.
Red Belt is kind of low key too, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, Red Belt is about MMA, but it's not. It's more about Chweidel. I don't even know what his name is anymore.
Chweidel Ejiofor.
Chweidel Ejiofor. Yeah, you need the soundboard back. You got to cue those back up.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's more about his journey as an instructor and how business takes advantage of him.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the best UFC movie that actually is about UFC is Warrior with Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, I've seen that and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it. I think I only saw it once in the theater. I get that one mixed up with Fighter, which I know is boxing, very different.
That's boxing, and that's Christian Bale and Marky Mark, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's definitely Christian Bale. I don't remember.
Can I tell you guys something funny about Joel Edgerton?
Please.
I made up in my head that he has a brother named Ethan Edgerton.
Okay.
And for the longest time, I'd be like, oh, is that Joel or Ethan? And it was always Joel. And then I realized, wait, no, it's Joel and Ethan Cohen.
Oh, my God.
And I just made up this Ethan Edgerton character in my head.
That's hilarious.
So, like, was it the movie, like The Box or whatever it is? I've never seen The Box, but I was like, oh, yeah, that's Ethan Edgerton starring in that movie. Like, yeah, that's the same guy. So.
I also, like, I don't remember a lot of the details of the Smashing Machine, but I did feel like it had a presentation as if it was a documentary. Like
Yes.
there's a lot of shots in here of like him just sitting in the locker room, whatever
Green
you
room,
call it.
locker room,
green
yeah.
room, yeah,
Yep.
at a UFC fight. And he towards the end when he loses, he's just kind of spoiler alert. He's just kind of like
based on history. So.
He's just kind of like sitting there in the green room, and then the doctor comes and talks to him, and he's just very like, so I lost. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem, he's disappointed but not upset type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see some of the upsetness later on when he cries in the shower and stuff like that. But yeah, there were like lots of moments in here where if you were writing this and it wasn't about a real character, you would never do that because it's too real compared to movie version of this, which is to play those moments up, to have him be upset that he lost. And I think maybe the pace of this was just dictated by the guy that's at the center of it. And that worked for me, especially since when Emily Blunt is in the movie and she's really firing on a bunch of levels, there is like a clear difference between these two people. And it makes sense why when they work together and it works, it's a good thing. And when it's not working, it is completely destructive to both of them. I liked kind of the idea that like whenever she would get involved and bring herself to the table, her own agenda, he just didn't know how to deal with it. And he's such a low-key guy that his version of dealing with it was like work around it instead of actually solve it. And he did that to other people too in his life. But it's so subtle compared to Marty Supreme, but good in its own way. And really, it doesn't make sense to me from like a Safdie Brothers perspective.
The last shot of the movie is very Benny Safdie.
Remind us.
Well,
that's the actual Mark Kerr.
The actual Mark Kerr shopping. Yeah.
Going through the supermarket, and then doesn't he like say something to the camera at the
He's
very
like,
end?
bye guys. He's like so aware of the camera and just can't ignore it. Like his direction is probably totally like, just ignore us. We're gonna film you. Just don't pay attention to us. And he can't help himself.
Yeah. He just knows he's being filmed. So James, I think what you said is maybe what I was missing in the fact that Mark Kerr is a very low-key guy. So
according to this movie, all I know is this movie. I've never seen anything.
I'm guessing that, again, I only watched him as a fighter. He was never one to do big entrances or big interviews. Like he just kind of was, I got in there, I punched the guy. And so I'm glad that they didn't Hollywoodize this movie, right? And make it based on true events and heighten it. In the fact that I didn't want the performances to be heightened. If this is about a guy who's low key, keep his performance low key. I guess I wish the production, like even if he's not showing that inner emotion, he's obviously feeling it. So I wish the production would have us feel what he's feeling if he's not going to show it. And it just like you said, it kind of presents it documentary style. Like here's two people and they're having a fight, or he's having this conflict, or he's losing. But he's just sort of like stone-faced about it, which is fine. If that's the person he's based on, don't change that. But then this is a movie. How can we then get the audience in the same headspace as them? If we're not gonna get it through the performance, what else can we do to bring the audience in? So I guess I felt like this movie kept me at a distance because the character keeps people at a distance.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense. I mean, I felt that I didn't feel like the movie was keeping me at a distance, but I definitely felt that he was keeping people at a distance throughout the movie. I also loved how they just kind of portrayed how unglamorous being a mixed martial arts fighter was at the time.
Yeah.
Like in that final sequence, his friend does well at the tournament and just goes to his green room and sits there.
Yeah.
He's like, I did it. But there's like nobody there to celebrate with him, or yeah, there's nothing. He did great, but there's nobody to celebrate with because they're in Japan and it's expensive to bring your people over and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Well, they're playing for like $200,000, right?
Sure.
Which
yeah.
that's not a small amount, but that's also not like
it's a couple of years of training.
Yeah, right. It's not a like, oh, I won and I can retire and I never need to do anything again.
Yeah, and both of these guys, right, at this point in their career, were already like past the prime, not retirement yet, but pretty close to it.
They were getting on the older side for any athlete, especially a combat sport like this.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we need to touch on with the Smashing Machine? I enjoyed it. I think let's letterbox Smashing Machine and then let's just talk briefly about these two movies together.
Sure.
Smashing Machine, I gave it 4 stars.
I gave it 3.5.
I also gave it 3.5.
Nice. 2 3.5s and a 4 for the Smashing Machine. How are we feeling about this? Have we made which brother won?
Again, I don't think it's a competition. I don't think they're competing.
It's a competition.
It's a competition. I mean, we don't have the Oscar nominations yet.
Sure.
But giving the talk, I mean, I would say if you have to say who's winning this or which movie's being talked more, and not just because it came out most recently, but I would say Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme feels more like a Safdie Brothers movie in comparison to Good Time and to Uncut Gems. I think it has more Oscar buzz about it. I don't know if people are
beyond that though. Even taking our own ratings into account, I think both movies are good. A 4 and a 4.5 for 2 movies, that's good in my book.
Yeah,
sure.
I've been 3.5, 4.5. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
those are good movies worthy of being seen. The only reason we're talking about them right now together is because one half of a directing team that we liked was responsible for each of them, and I look forward to whatever they make next. I think Marty Supreme is a crowd favorite. I think it's built to have an energy to it where people can kind of jump into it and it's going to breeze by. And Smashing Machine was never going to be that. It is a
for sure
meditation on an athlete who is a quiet, reserved dude who never really hit the top of things. At least not the top as we know it.
Yeah.
And so they just were never the Smashing Machine should not have to compete with Marty Supreme, but it is.
Yeah, it's
for better or for worse.
I said this before. If there wasn't the name Safdie tied to the Smashing Machine, I probably would have a different take on it.
Yeah,
but there is baggage. At least right now, there's baggage to that name. Maybe as Benny keeps doing his thing, that'll go away, and I'll be like, okay, this is what Benny does. This is what Josh does. But considering this is my first time seeing him on his own, my only point of comparison is his previous work with his brother.
Oh, you haven't seen The Curse?
I've not seen The Curse. Should I see The Curse?
Oh, you should absolutely see The Curse.
Okay.
100%. The Curse is just great no matter what, but there is a lot of Benny Safdie in The Curse.
Oh, the TV show.
The TV show.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen The Curse. Oh, yeah.
But like now that you remember The Curse and think about the Smashing Machine, clearly the same director.
I guess for me, The Curse felt more like a Nathan Fielder project.
There's definitely a lot of Nathan Fielder in there, but there's a lot of Benny Safdie.
Okay. Yeah. No, I've definitely seen The Curse though. Isn't Benny Safdie in The Curse? Doesn't he play a character? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Zach, I just really quick. You said that they're not in competition. Do you want to expand upon that? I mean, it's kind of like me saying they're competition. Well, no, they're not. So.
Well, you made the affirmative declaration, so the burden of proof is on you. It's not
okay.
Like you could say, walruses have always been pink until 1938. Prove me wrong, and like it's not up to me to prove you wrong. But if I'm going to engage in that,
please.
I'll just say I don't think there's any reason to think they've never said they're in competition. I think they just want to make their movies. They both made good movies. I think obviously awards are a big bonus, and I'm sure these guys like respect the Academy and those kind of things. But I think their ultimate motivation for making these movies is probably the art of it more than just collecting the trophies. And as far as box office goes, I doubt that is their highest metric for success. Again, because I think they're probably artists first rather than just like money grubbers. So I'm sure if there's any competition involved, it's a personal drive within them to create what's in their head. And I bet both of them are pretty satisfied with what they were able to create. And I'm sure they're both fans of each other's movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not worried about it. I feel bad for the third Safdie brother that no one's ever heard of.
Oh, Ethan. Do we obviously Marty Supreme was going to have Oscar nominations? That's going to be an awards conversation. Will the Smashing Machine predictions have any nominations, any awards contentions? That kind of going to be forgotten by the time the season rolls around.
I don't think it's going to get any.
Not even like The Rock or Emily Blunt.
Best accent.
I would be happy.
Choice award right there.
I would be happy if they did, but I'm not hearing anything about it.
Okay, interesting.
That's for sure. That would be considered an upset as it stands right now. For sure.
I do wonder if what the calculus was of having the Smashing Machine come out in September, which is, that's like that post-summer pre-award season. It's kind of a weird time of year versus Marty Supreme coming out clearly during awards season. I'm sure they're different distributors, but like, was there this fear of like, oh, well, there's another Safdie movie coming out. We can't double up, or like, did they want to release? This is all speculation. Did they want to release Smashing Machine for award season? I don't know.
Award season is very hard to define these days. 10 years ago, it was super easy to define.
Right.
But nowadays, they are releasing what would be traditionally considered awards movies earlier and earlier. I think because of streaming.
Yeah. Okay.
And the accessibility of movies. I think I can't imagine nobody in any room whatsoever didn't say we should not release against your brother's movie. You know what I mean? Like,
so they had to have talked about
we
that.
should not have them out at the same time. I can't imagine that wasn't a conversation that was had somewhere, somehow, just because the comparison's already there. If you release them similar time frames, it only heightens that. I think Marty Supreme, probably just by its very nature, they knew that Smashing Machine, even at its most potential, was not going to be quite the crowd pleaser that Marty Supreme is designed to be. And so, yeah, I think they released it at a time when if you weren't interested in going to a horror movie, your options were the Smashing Machine or a kids movie for the most part.
And these are both A24, aren't they?
I don't know if Marty Supreme is.
Marty Supreme is definitely A24.
I'm pretty sure Smashing Machine.
Okay,
is
so they're both A24. All right.
Yeah, they're both A24.
Okay.
So, yeah, sure. A24 has a vested interest to not have two major movies of their own at the same time too.
From two of three brothers. So
yeah,
definitely.
Second Fran Drescher movie we've talked about. In a row.
Oh, Spinal Tap. That's right. Yeah.
Are we in the Drescher Renaissance?
We definitely are.
I prefer the Franisance. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. The Franisance. I like Franisance.
I didn't recognize her at first.
Oh, she was good. I like Sandra Bernhard. I always love seeing her pop up in things. So yeah, that was all the actors they pulled in from Marty Supreme were pretty awesome to see on screen.
Agreed.
Sandra Bernhard stood out to me. Like it felt like Sandra Bernhard. She's stood out like a sore thumb in this movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, she is a redhead who's been around for a while, so I understand your bias.
And Sandra Bernhard can't be anything but Sandra Bernhard, pretty much.
Zach
Yeah,
was like,
did she act?
I saw King of Comedy and I thought she was on the rise, but what has she done for me since King of Comedy?
Nice. Okay. That was Marty Supreme and the Smashing Machine. Hopefully you enjoyed that discussion. This has been episode 712. Don't forget, there's a video version of the podcast on YouTube. Go check it out there. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cinereelists. Leave us an Apple Podcast review, 5 stars only, or send us an email, heyguys@cinereelists.com. Also, send us your top 10, top 5, top 20, top whatever of 2025 so we can include it in the listener aggregate. Send that by January 15th. You could also follow the podcast on social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Cinereelists, or you can follow me on my personal Blue Sky or Letterboxd account at YoJRB.
You follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd at Shaban.
You can find me on Letterboxd at Peter SKB.
We will be back next week with Nouvelle Vague, which is on Netflix, which is a movie about the making of the 1960 movie Breathless, which from my understanding was one of the first of the
French New Wave.
French New Wave movies. Breathless is currently on HBO Max, so if you haven't seen that movie, you can check it out there. I've seen neither, so I'm looking forward to finally checking out Breathless. I know Zach's talked about it a bunch on the podcast. I'm sure Kyle's mentioned it, but I remember early on Zach telling me he liked Breathless, and you're like way into the French New Wave, right?
I love the French New Wave.
It's one of Zach's favorite movies.
Right. So, yeah,
I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite movies, but
it's one of your favorite genres.
Is it on your top?
Yeah.
Favorite
No, the French New
list?
Wave is one of my favorite. No, he said the wrong thing. It's one of my favorite genres, the French New Wave.
Okay.
Breathless, I gave it. Well, I'm not gonna say what I did, but I didn't love Breathless.
Is it on your top 700?
No, well, probably. Yeah, it's probably. No, you know what? It might not be. It might not be. I don't know.
Okay. So it's a movie you like for the like historical significance, but probably not one that you need to rewatch.
It's not one of the best
obsess
French
over.
New Wave, is what I'll say.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
But I did like it.
Nice. I know nothing about it. I can't wait to watch both of them.
Oh, you'll hate it.
Why do you say that?
It's black and white.
You love it.
Was Pierre LeFou, was that French New Wave?
Yeah, that was French New Wave.
Okay. What other French New Wave movies have I seen?
Have you seen the 400 Blows?
No.
That's the other like big French New Wave movie.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite one of that era.
All right.
Yeah, 400 Blows is great.
Nice. Nouvelle Vague is a Richard Linklater film.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Evidently he liked the French New Wave or something. Otherwise, why would he make that movie?
Contractor reasons. It's one for them, one for him. And he did Hitman last year, so now he's got to make his movie about the French New Wave for the studio.
Probably.
People are clamoring for.
Sure, that's how Richard Linklater picks his projects.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to make a Marvel, but nope. I have to make this passion movie first.
Yep. So yeah, if you need some homework, check out those movies, and we'll be talking about that next week, and we'll see you guys there. Until then, keep it cinereal.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.